Right, hey guys. Today we've had a very special package arrive. I'm very excited. It is going in a Viv that is over there. It's currently got nothing in it. I'm waiting for some foam and a couple of other supplies just to set up a custom background for it. If you're on the Instagram, West Midlands Exotics, then you won't know yet. You'll know that it's a surprise what's going in there, and I'll be releasing another video probably in 2 weeks maybe, of me setting up the custom background. But anyway, we've got the new LumenIZE from Arcadia. I'm very excited about this. I've just listened to Animals at Home, the podcast, with, I'll forget his name and I feel terrible, but it was his dream child, this was. First of all, before we open it, how amazing is this box? I know most people don't care about it. I am an absolute sucker for some nice packaging. It's got an absolute load of information on there, pretty much all you could need. And there's our bulb. Let's get this big boy out. Anything else in there? Let's tip it out on the bed so it doesn't smash it. There it is. Got some instructions and some fixings, and then the plug as well. And I mean, I don't know if everyone knows what this can do. I'll explain it in the next clip when I've got it set up and I'm going to have a little play around with it. But the fact that it can do what it does in this compact packaging, because realistically, if you've seen other Arcadia like T5 setups, it's not that much bigger. I think it's a little bit taller. I don't think it's any wider, but still, anyway, it's just, I mean, it's gorgeous, and it's going in a black Viv, which I'm very happy that this is black, because that's going to go amazingly. I am planning on getting him one. I'm going to get, my leopard gecko needs some new UVB anyway, so she's probably going to be first. And then Spyro, my bearded dragon, will be getting some new UVB. And now that this is out, I may as well kit them all out with it. But yeah, I'm going to head to the next clip. I'm going to set this up, and I'll talk a little bit about it, have a play around on camera, and then I'll set it all up and show you what I've done. So here it is all set up. I'm not going to show my face because I'm not going to lie. For some reason I had a really hard time fitting that, and I am so sweaty. It's not a pretty picture, but yeah, that's it all turned on. I've got the wire going out the vent up to a thing up there, but I'll sort that out later. Don't take any notice of all of this stuff on the walls. That's just so the expanding foam there has more stuff to stick on. One thing I would recommend when fitting these is, I've got a Dremel, I bought it so I could do my carving of the expanding foam and that, but you could use any sort of drill, anything that has a motor that you can stick a drill bit on the end, just to drill some surprisingly deep holes into the ceiling, because this might be obvious to everyone that's set one up before, but this is basically, it's really hard to get the screw through like the laminate part of these Vivs. I've got a Viv Exotic large deep arboreal, I believe it's called. It's 4 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot, if that helps you figure out what's going in it. But yeah, the main crux of this product and why it's so brilliant and revolutionising and absolutely ingenious in every way is, and it's not going to sound like a big deal, but it is, and I'll explain why it is. It's app controlled, so you can set schedules on how bright and how much UV is sent out by the lamp at certain times. So I've got mine right now, I've just set it up, Because it is, another clue, an Australian species, I've set it to come on at 15% at 6:15, and then at 6:45 it goes up to 25%, and then at 7:30 it goes up to 50%, and then I believe at 8:30 it goes up to 75, and then by 9 it's on full power, and then it starts winding down in a similar way at about 8 o'clock at night. Just because I googled sunrise and sunsets in Australia, and at the moment that's what it is. So yeah, the reason why this is so brilliant is it's just another step forward in making the most natural vivariums possible, because what everyone wants, or what everyone should want, is a little slice of the wild in their bedroom or in their reptile room or wherever you're keeping these reptiles. Just a little slice of the wild, and it's great for the lizards slash snakes slash amphibians slash whatever you're going to put in it. It's great for them because they get to experience the natural world as they would have done in the wild, minus all the threats to their life. But yeah, as I say, this is just another step forward, because before, and don't get me wrong, UVB is amazing. It was, I believe I was listening to that podcast and they were talking about how it came around in the 90s and it was just absolutely revolutionary, which it was, and it's very much needed. However, at the moment, you like to come on at 8 in the morning and within a minute or so they are blasting midday sun at this lizard, which just isn't natural. It's amazing and it's the best we've had for a while, but it isn't quite natural. Whereas this, you can get a lot closer, and I think that is a brilliant step in the right direction. It's super easy to set up. If I wasn't an absolute dingbat, I would have done this in 5 minutes, but I am a dingbat, so it took me 15. The app is really easy. I did have to read the instructions just because there's certain things you have to press and hold. There's not instructions on the app. I'm sure if I spent a bit longer I would have been able to figure it out. It's pretty easy to navigate, but if you are struggling, don't waste any time, it's all in the instructions. But yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to give everyone another possibly big clue. I'm just going to record another short video and explain how I'm going to be setting this vivarium up and certain parameters that I'm going to need for it. Leave in the comments below after what you think is going to be going in here, and I won't reply because it's a surprise. However, go and follow the Instagram. It's West Midlands Exotics, all one word, and we don't have a TikTok set up yet, but we will do, because I'm going to be recording everything to do with this vivarium build. I tried to film the actual building of it. I got a phone call halfway through the time lapse and it got not deleted but just stopped, and I think I'd built those two panels together when it got stopped, so there was no point in uploading that. But yeah, I'll meet you in the next video. So the plan with this is I've got some foam, 2-inch thick foam, arriving tomorrow. I'm gonna take these vents out and do something with them because they're gonna be covered up with substrate. I'm gonna have, going all the way up to probably about here, a ledge that I want kind of coming all the way out here, possibly reaching all the way over to there. I want another ledge in the middle and another ledge going that way. I'm gonna have ledges all the way down, all the way up the sides, and then the background apart from the ledges is also going to be carved. I'm going to be doing it in sort of a red clay colour. I've got my grout here. I'm probably going to need more than that, and I've got the dye coming sometime today. I think I'll be at work when it arrives. I've got a Dremel, absolutely brilliant. Came with about 40 attachments. I will probably mostly be using these, or the sanding tips, and probably some of the thinner ones. That's not in focus. That's not going to focus up. But yeah, that's my main plan. I see a lot of people doing it with knives. I I just bought I want this to be perfect, and this is also my practice run, so I wanted to give myself everything I could to give myself the best shot. I've got a foam cutter here. It's not exactly the foam cutter I was going for. I wanted one of the ones in a Y shape with a wire going across. I'm sure it'll do the job. But yeah, I'm gonna have, obviously the UVB is there. On this side hanging down, I'm gonna have a heat lamp in a cage. Not 100% sure whether I want a thermostat on it, because I've heard a lot of people keeping this species and the species in the same family without a thermostat, and using halogen bulbs and just testing which wattage gets it to the right temperature. And talking of temperature, it's going to be in the mid 50 degrees. Obviously they come from Australia, as I said. It gets very hot over in Australia. Don't know if you've been living under a rock, but it gets very hot there. And so yeah, you're looking at mid 50s, possibly high 50s. I'm going to try and keep it around the mid 50s, just because I am always terrified of overheating my reptile, and I also want to get a nice heat gradient. I'd rather it was a couple of degrees colder up there than a couple of degrees too warm there, because then they wouldn't be able to thermoregulate properly. I am possibly going to be getting 2 of these and starting a breeding project. They're quite an expensive animal, so I doubt I'll be getting 2 at the same time. As I said on one of my stories on Instagram not that long ago, maybe it was only about 4 or 5 days ago maybe, they're not very commonly kept. The family that this species is in, most people that have this species keep a lot of lizards in that family. That might be way too big of a clue. It might be a big clue for the family that they're in. I doubt it's, I'm not gonna lie, I doubt a lot of people are gonna figure out what lizard I'm getting unless I've told you. I am looking at a lot of different breeders. There's a lot more over in America. However, with Brexit and all of that shenanigans, it's very hard to get reptiles shipped over. Me and a breeder over in Nashville Reptiles is called, are in talks at the moment. He's trying to figure out all the legislation behind that. But yeah, I've also been talking to a couple of different breeders in the hobby, a couple of different influencers, just to kind of, there's not a lot of care guides. There's a really similar reptile that I've been watching a lot of care guides for. I was told their care is so similar I could probably transfer it over. I'm reading a lot of research papers, which I haven't had to do before, because what I've had before, there's been thousands of hours worth of YouTube, so I just kind of push all that together and basically throw everything at the wall, see what sticks, sort of thing. Because as I say, I've got African fat tails, bearded dragon, leopard geckos and frilled dragon. It's not, the frilled dragon's probably the hardest to research on, and even that was so easy. Whereas this, I'm trying so hard not to say the name of the animal. I don't even know what I'm going to call it myself yet. If you've got any suggestions of just generic lizard names, again, leave that in the comments. I'm taking everything at the moment. That was a bit of an odd sentence, but yeah, I don't know. I've never done a custom background before. I'm a bit worried about it. I'm really excited at the same time. But yeah, as I say, in about 2 weeks, I'm hoping there will be probably quite a lengthy video uploaded to this channel. Just documenting the whole thing, really. It'll be starting pretty much, like, I'll start recording it probably tomorrow, because I've got the foam arriving tomorrow, fingers crossed. And I mean, I've got to let the silicone cure, I've got to let the grout cure, which takes up to 48 hours, and I've got to do like 4 coats of that, and then I've got to carve it, and I've got to put like waterproofing on it. So it's gonna take a while, but so is saving up for this animal, so I've got all the time in the world, really. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this. I highly recommend getting one of these. They are absolutely brilliant. I've really enjoyed playing around with it today. I'm sure I'm going to have way more fun with it. It comes in a couple of different sizes. This is the 34-inch, 39 watt model. And yeah, as I say, I mean, oh, I haven't even talked about my favourite part of these lights yet. Well, not my favourite part is everything. But these, I won't take it out because I don't want to put them back in. But you've got, this here is a clasp and it unclasps. And then normally with a UVB strip, you've got to twist the light into this, which has caused a lot of breakages. But now the actual fitting, this bit comes out. Is that on camera? It comes out, and so like on both sides. So all you have to do is take the fitting out, put the light in, and put it all back in together. And it's so simple. It's absolutely ingenious. I don't know how no one's thought of it before, but the designers behind this product, absolutely stellar job they've done. But yeah, as I was saying before I went on a bit of a tangent there, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to like, subscribe, comment all those things I've talked about underneath, and go to the Instagram, give me a follow, give me a like on any of my posts, DM me, I'm happy to talk to anyone. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.